Hi all, we're going to apply our knowledge on parallel and perpendicular lines and our knowledge on writing equations to be able to write equations for parallel and perpendicular lines. We've been asked to find the equation of the following line that is parallel to 2x plus 3y equals 6 and passes through 1, 3. We know that in order to find the equation of a line, we need two pieces of information. We need to know the slope and we need to know a point. So obviously, if we look at this, we do have a point. So our point is 1, 3. But we don't as yet have the slope. However, we know that our line is parallel to this line 2x plus 3y equals 6. And we know that parallel implies the same slope. So if we have 2x plus 3y equals 6, we know that if the slope is equal to negative a over b, we get the equation of the form ax plus by equals c, and similarly if the slope is a over b, we get the equation ax take by equals c. So what we can see from that is that the left-hand side of the equation, so this side of the equation, comes entirely from the slope. So left-hand side is from the slope. Therefore, if the slope is the same, which it is with parallel lines, the left-hand side will be the same. So therefore, same slope implies, and that's what this arrow means, implies the same left-hand side. So all you need to do, therefore, is find what the right-hand side is. And we can find the right-hand side by subbing in the point that we know lies on our line. You know how we did that when we were finding the equation of a line. We'd write from the slope what the left-hand side is, and we'd get the right-hand side by subbing in a point. So now we're going to get the right-hand side by subbing in a point that we know is on the line. 2. The right-hand side comes from subbing in the point on the line. So we've got 2x plus 3y equals 6. That implies that the equation is going to be 2x plus 3y, same left-hand side, but we're going to sub in the point 1, 3. So that's going to give us 2 times x, which is 1, plus 3 times y, which is 3. So 2x plus 3y, therefore, equals 2 plus 9. So 2x plus 3y is equal to 11. So what did I do with parallel lines? I follow these two steps over here. I know for parallel lines that my left-hand side is from the slope, it's going to be the same, and so I'm going to have the same left-hand side. I then just have to find the right-hand side by substituting in the point. Okie dokies. Now I'm going to do one that's a little bit trickier, and I'm going to do that one over here. Perpendicular lines are not quite as simple because the left-hand side is not going to be the same. Why? Well, we know that a perpendicular slope is the negative reciprocal. So with perpendicular lines, the slopes are negative reciprocals. What does that mean? That means we flip the fraction and change the sign. So we have some steps here of how we can find the equation of a perpendicular line. It looks like a lot, but it's not actually that hard. You firstly have to work out what the slope is of the line you have, and we'll go through how to do that. You then find the negative reciprocal, and then you find your new equation using that negative reciprocal, so that slope, and the point. So we just need to recall over here, I'm just going to write it down here actually, that if we have the slope a over b, we form the line ax take by equals c. Similarly, if we have the slope negative a over b, we're going to form the line ax plus by equals c. So straight from looking at our equation here, 4x take 3y equals 6, we can see that's take. and therefore our slope must be of the form a over b. Now a is 4, it's the coefficient of x. B is 3. Okay, the negative sign we don't worry about because the negative sign is taken into account here. So therefore, we know that our slope is going to equal a over b, which is 4 over 3. So therefore, the slope of the negative reciprocal, we're going to flip and we're going to change the sign. So now we have the slope and we have a point. Our point is 1, 3. So we can find the equation of the line in exactly the same way as we did before. We now have negative 3 over 4. That means, as our slope, that means we are going to use this equation here. Ax plus by equals c. A now is going to equal 3 and b is going to equal 4. So we're going to get 3x plus 4y, and that is going to equal 3 times something plus 4 times something. But this time we're going to substitute in the point which we know lies on that line, which is 1, 3. So we're going to get that 3x plus 4y equals 3 plus 12. So 3x plus 4y is therefore going to equal 15. And that's the equation of our line.